it to everyone you meet. That life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day.
Very special day it is. It is a terrific, fantastic Friday. Friday.
Friday.
Woohoo! Have you seen? I think is it McDonald's? Every day is Friday. I'm loving it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Every day is Friday. Is it Friday?
We love Friday.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. And look at this weather. What a blessing.
Yes. Yes.
It's been, this is not exactly what it said at first that it was going to do. So
No, I really was expecting it to just be still raining this morning when I got up, is what I thought it was going to be. Which I think there's still rain in the forecast, but not going to complain about the rain because we need it.
Us, you know what I mean? If the rain in Spain falls mainly on
That's
the
right.
rain, right.
My pond is still trying to fill up from last year, so.
Oh, I know. Isn't that crazy?
I just hope it's a nice Memorial Day weekend for everybody.
I do too. Well, and we have a big race coming up, Holly. The big Indianapolis 500. I hope they get the race in. We have graduations this weekend.
Yes.
We need some, just a little bit of a grace on that, on the nice weekend.
Yes.
Absolutely
agree.
It can rain actually like overnight.
Right.
Just need it to clear off.
Well, unless people are camping.
Oh. That is not, because you're a camper.
Yeah.
And you have camped in the rain before?
Oh, I have.
Is that lovely?
My last big camping trip was in the rain and on Halloween weekend, and it wasn't that fun.
You are such a thrill seeker. Yeah. So what do you do whenever, really, what's there to do? What do you do when it just rains?
Well, you have things to do in the tent, card games, board games, just whatever. we had a little shelter thing out, little canopy things out, and we'd try to huddle up and stay as dry as we could. The adults visiting, the kids would be in the tent, and then we ended up having to put tarps over the tents because it was still, doing its thing.
Yeah. And then whenever you're putting the tarps, it's still raining.
Yes.
So in the rain, you're putting out tarps.
Yes.
To shelter from the rain.
Yes.
Okay, just going over things.
Just trying to keep a fire going long enough to cook.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Doing a lot of snacky stuff, when you can't cook that well. So.
Yeah, right.
You know what? It's an experience. It's memories.
Yeah.
We lived through it.
Yeah. At the airport, I've had a lot of flying troubles. They always say it's not, it's an adventure. It's the adventure that counts.
That's right.
So this last time, we were getting ready to land, and all of a sudden, a big bird flew into the engine.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's a big no-no.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something you don't want. But we were able to land, and then we had to sit 45 minutes on the runway. Well, they had to look, and then after that, so we creeped up to where I don't know if you call it the dock. I guess that's boat. In a boat, you call it the dock.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it. The landing? Maybe the landing?
Maybe. I don't know.
I'll have to brush up on that.
Yes.
I don't remember what it's called. But anyway, we got up there so that we could get out. And they said that this plane would not fly again that night. It was supposed to go out again.
Oh, okay.
But they wouldn't allow it. I think they have to check it after.
Do safety checks and things
all
like
of
that.
So
that makes sense.
It was good to know that.
Yeah.
But when we were getting off the plane, and you see all these people sitting there waiting to get to board the plane
that they can't get on now.
Yes. So I'm like, I hated that because I've been there and done that,
Yeah.
And so I felt sorry for them.
Yes.
And then there's a big controversy now with flying. I'm going down a rabbit hole here. I guess apparently, one of the airlines was there was a big golf tournament, and they were going, and they took the golf clubs, and it showed them loading the golf clubs, and they were throwing them. You know how they load up the luggage.
Yeah.
Put the luggage on the plane, and they were throwing the golf clubs. Yeah.
Oh
so
my goodness.
That's kind of a.
I bet that owner was not happy.
Yes,
camper.
they said some of the golf clubs were bent, some of them were, but those clubs
can be quite expensive.
Yeah,
quite expensive.
I'm sure. So yeah, so there was a little bit of trouble in River City on that, but
wow.
and that's recent. That's just like recently.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, not good.
Not good at all.
Not good. Not good. But camping and whatever you've got planned this weekend, this is the unofficial start of summer.
Yay!
Yay! So let me go back. Traditionally, in Monday, Memorial Day, that's when you'd start wearing white.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't
traditionally.
Do that. But
now it's whatever. Wear hoodies in the summer and shorts in the winter, and all the colors in between the rainbow.
Right, exactly. They used to, I love a good. I love the look and I love the feel of a hoodie and then shorts.
Yeah.
But they said winter on top, summer on the bottom. That's what. I don't know. I don't know. Something about like a hoodie gives you like a hug. It's like a hug and a hoodie.
Gotta have the hoodies for camping too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's ultimate comfort right there.
What about bugs? You got bugs?
I have a few things that I'll use. I have off, but I don't like to use it as much because I worry about the chemicals in it.
Yeah.
So I try to use like the essential oils.
Yeah, the natural.
We use candles, the citronelle candles that we burn. And then those little wristbands, you can get the citronella wristbands. Yeah, not too bad. Because I'm not a big bug fan.
No, that could be a deal breaker.
The bugs start coming, and I just,
The thing about the Avon makes that Skin So Soft.
Yes.
And now that they say works really well,
Mm-hmm.
and I got some of that too.
Yeah.
And I like that anyway.
But also being by a fire will help keep the bugs away too.
They don't.
Yeah. They don't like the smoke and stuff like that.
Well, I know that like just being outside, like I put off on, and then like if you don't get a shower, and you go to bed, you can just smell that off all night long.
Yes, you can.
So on camping, if I smelled off all night long, I'd be like, okay.
It's funny because
I need this off of me.
I need this off of me. It's funny because when I go home from the weekend or whatever, and like I'm getting my dirty clothes out, or even if I smell like smoke. All my clothes smell like smoke.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And it gets in your hair.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the part.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of that.
So you have to go. I usually go home and take a shower anyway, though, when I get home. So.
Yeah. And if there's s'mores involved, there's usually some chocolate or marshmallows somewhere, like lurking around.
Yeah. But I like just the marshmallows. To me, the s'mores are very rich.
Oh yeah.
I like graham crackers. I like the chocolate. I like the marshmallows. Separate.
Do you burn your marshmallows?
I do.
I do too.
And I layer them.
Oh.
I'll cook it really good, and I'll peel the layer off, and then I'll cook the next layer. But it's not charred as much. And I peel them like an
onion.
Like an onion. That's exactly right. And that's how I like to.
It's like Shrek got layers like onion.
That's how I like to eat my marshmallows, is in layers.
I love that. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I never had done that before. Never done that.
You should try it.
Camping with Holly, 101 here.
You should try
it. I know you're a professional camper. I have done a few things in my life. You know what I mean? I'm not by no means I'm more of the where they leave the light on.
Well, 10 years ago, that was 100% me. I was a glamper through and through. Don't ask me to put a tent up. Nope.
Yeah.
I was a glamper.
Yeah.
Wanted the cabin or wanted an RV, a camper to stay in or whatever that had water and TVs and all the niceties.
Yeah.
But now I'm fine tenting it.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing about especially you have a little bit where you usually go has a little bit of a water, like a creek.
Yes.
And I think that turning off and just letting nature and hearing the sounds and just almost unplugging, if you will.
Yep.
I think that speaks volume. I think we've learned that that's a good way to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now at nighttime we like to have our little radio going too, though.
Yeah. Do you ever hear weird sounds that might scare you?
Well, sure.
Some big hoot owl.
Some stirring and rustling.
Okay, I don't mean to make you. Now you're gonna call me during it, and you're gonna say, "Becky." What about a snake? Do you worry about snakes?
Oh, I cannot stand.
I know.
a snake.
That's just, you know what I mean.
No.
I have one, and like he comes out, and like they say, let him be because he's eating all the field mice. But if him and I mean, we're going to go round.
It's like, don't be within a 20-foot space of me. You can go have your own space. Stay out of my space. Yeah. Like right now, today, this is my space, and you know. But I mean, it's a part of nature. But no, I don't like the snakes.
Yeah.
Nope.
I don't either, and that's what I think. That's really, and it really upsets me because I don't think like outdoors I've ever really worried too much. But the last few years I've seen them, and I have had contact with them. Not you know, I haven't been bitten, but just we've looked at each other.
Right.
And that was enough for
Too
me.
close for comfort, for sure.
I don't want to look at you. Okay?
No. Or I'll look at you from a distance as you're slithering away from me.
Yes.
And I try to keep mine, Holly. They're just as scared as you are of them, and they're just trying to defend themselves. Just give them their space and let them crawl off. That's what I try to tell myself.
Yeah.
Like I don't go running after them, hunting them.
Well, I'm ready to do something. I'm ready. I'm hunting. I will go. Okay. I'm like, I haven't got a plan. I need a plan of action. I need to draw a map or draw up my plan. But no, something's gonna happen. One of us is somebody's gonna end. It's not gonna end well. Okay.
Well, my granny, she used to, when we go mushroom hunting, she used to carry the long-handled dandelion pickers, like that she used to pick her weeds with in her garden and stuff like that. And, you know, it's got the forked, you know, thing. So she used that for dandelions. Well, I learned shortly after our first season of mushroom hunting it served a dual purpose. Because if she'd come across a snake...
There you go.
That's what Granny did.
I'm gonna channel Granny this week. If I see him, him and I, yes, I will make Granny proud. Okay.
Yes.
Because I'm just like, yeah, I don't like it, and I don't like him, and everybody's like, oh, he's fine. He's just killing. You know, he's really doing good. Well, I just don't. It makes me the whole part of it. And you know, they always say like when you go out in the woods, like if you walk heavy. Like, so I try to march so that so that they know I'm coming.
So opposite of what a hunter would do.
Yeah, a hunter would like tiptoe.
Yes.
Yes, but no, I'm marching.
All kinds of noises.
Yes, because I don't want to see you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So.
Well, and my other grandma, when she had her first two daughters, I forgot wherever they lived up on Daisy Hill, she was out and about doing something. They were out in the woods or something, and she got bit by a rattlesnake.
Oh.
And of course, back then there were no cell phones. There was no nothing.
Right.
And so I forgot how many miles she walked with one child on the hip and one child by the hand, walking to a neighbor's house. And I mean, they ended up getting, you know, taking care of her. Somebody got her, took her to the hospital, but she was laid up for a year after that snake bite.
Well, you can imagine.
Yeah.
And you know, if you watch like John Wayne or you watch, you know, I love westerns, like you suck the venom out, but then I saw on YouTube or something, I can't remember, maybe it was TikTok, they said not to do that. So I don't know, you know what I mean? I wouldn't know, I don't know whether to do it or not to do it. I don't know.
I try to stay out of that situation. They have to do it, right?
Don't put me in this situation. I'm not good. I don't know.
Snake, stay away.
It's just like, you know, like everything you've learned at one point in your life, you know what I mean, is completely different than the way they do things now. Or just everything's like changing. You know what I mean? You don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to play this. You know what I mean? I would hope that maybe, and hopefully wherever you're at, you could get cell service to make a call to ask, you know.
Right. Or at least drive a short distance to get to the cell service or something, you know, because like where we're going to be at this weekend, the cell service is very sketchy and limited, and, you know, we have to drive up about a half a mile to get some decent cell service or whatever. But you brought a good point, because I need to look into what you do if there's a poisonous snake bite, because I packed my big first aid kit for the weekend, because, you know, people get scratches and bumps and poison ivy and cuts or whatever, and so I got my first aid kit.
Urgent care right there, Holly Thompson right there.
It does. Like it's my Girl Scout first aid kit, so it's
no
pretty.
Doubt. I would feel 100%.
It's pretty extensive, you know. It's got the tourniquets, and it's got the the CPR breathers, and, you know, it's got the
oxygen machine, the blood pressure.
I need to find out if I need something special for snake bites, because I have and I have bandanas, so I could like tie it off to try to keep.
I think I'm not a doctor, and I sure don't play one on TV. I'm nothing on that, but I think that I did see. Of course, you never can 100% tell, but like in the westerns, you always like saw where they, opened it up and they sucked it out.
Right.
But I've heard people actually, when it seems like that, I've heard people say they've done that before. But then since then I've heard not to do that. And I don't remember, the pros and the cons. So, like, it's really interesting. You go back, and I was watching some history the other day, like things that, like, even like a hernia, like they didn't know what they had. Like they were showing that, like they knew that there was a tenderness in their stomach, and that it was like their stomach, they called it, popped out or whatever, but they didn't understand that was a hernia.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's crazy how medicine, like, we've come to, you know what I mean?
Oh, it's changed.
And you go back
so
out west years ago or whatever, or whenever, when you get bit, that's what they knew to do.
Right.
And now, if they've learned that it might be best to get to the emergency room, we're in a different age now.
Yes.
So, and maybe maybe you would have something in your urgent care pack.
Well, because I'm thinking if I like try to tie it off where the poison couldn't move up the body as fast or something. I need to look into that, though. That's a serious question right there.
It is a serious. Look at that.
That's a serious question.
I know.
Right there.
Yeah, and then I'm going to full report next week on that. On what to do. What to do. You know what I mean? Well,
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's got to be something.
Yeah.
New, the latest. There might even be some cream or lotion or something put on it. You know what I mean?
You never know.
Who knows, right?
You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do say watch out for the snakes. But it's going to be a big weekend, and I think everybody is excited. We've had some rain, but my flowers are very happy.
Oh yes.
Rose bushes, everybody, and I've seen everybody's rose bushes doing fantastic.
Yes,
the roses,
they're beautiful.
Are they not just gorgeous?
Beautiful.
Mine are
right
just
now.
like beautiful. Yeah. So I have, I do put a mixture of. I take water, like banana peels, and water, and let them soak for a little bit, and then at the base of them, I let the water kind of and then I pour the water in.
How often do you do that?
Just
once a week.
Yes,
whenever.
if I remember. Yeah, if I remember. Yeah,
yeah.
it might be every 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah,
but and it seems like it helps them. It doesn't hurt them. I'd heard putting Epsom salt on the base, not on the actual bush, like on the base,
but on the dirt at the bottom.
Yeah, and I did do that, and they did good. But then my concern is, a lot of like your Roundup and a lot of your stuff like that has salt in it. So I think you have to be very careful. I don't want to tell someone to put Epsom salt on the. You don't want it on the actual plant. You want it on just like the base.
Right.
So I did do that, and they said you can just sprinkle like the granulates on it. Am I saying the granulates? Yeah. Right around it. So anyway, mine are very pretty. Like the colors are popping.
We planted 4 new rose bushes this year around our fence, and they're doing great, thank goodness. We did a lot of planting of different bushes this year.
Oh yeah.
I planted like 5 elderberry sticks. They're not even bushes yet.
So are
they're
you going
to
make elderberry then?
Yes.
Oh,
that's
be
my
awesome.
goal. I mean, again, they're sticks.
Yeah.
So they're growing. They're growing. They got stems and leaves on it now and stuff. But my goal is to have the elderberries for like elderberry syrups.
Oh yeah.
Cough syrups and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah. That'd be really good. Yeah.
That's my goal anyway.
Well, I think it's great, and I've seen a lot of people like doing raised gardens, raised beds, and I think that's pretty cool. Yeah.
My potatoes in my 5-gallon buckets are doing outstanding.
Do they have their little like are they green?
They're green, tall and green. They're doing great.
How do you know when to dig them up?
So what I've read is that you wait until like late summer, early fall, when the leaves start wilting. When the leaves start wilting, and then that's time to harvest the potatoes, is what I've heard. Again, I by no means have a green thumb at all.
Right.
These are my experiments. These are my experiments.
But that's what you have to kind of do, trial and error, and it's just kind of it's learning. And I always try to find out from everybody that you can, conversations, learning from each other, and
but all my gardens, like, because I got like 2 different kinds of tomatoes and 3 different kinds of peppers and some squash and zucchini, and all of it's doing great right now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I planted corn last weekend. So I'm waiting to see if I get a little bit of corn up. Yeah. Again, just dabbling.
Yeah.
Dabbling.
It'll be good though. Yeah. And there's nothing like it, if you just get it freshly out of your garden.
Yes. Like it's probably enough to serve 1 meal. That's probably how many corn
it'll be good
stalks
though. It'll be good. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. Well, I was at someone's house, and they had the there's a it's a big planter. You put it in your kitchen, and you can grow like the different herbs and stuff, you know. And so while we were talking, like she just peeled off a piece of lettuce and started eating it. I mean, it's just like, yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like a, you know, I was like, there, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so good to eat something you've grown.
Absolutely.
You know?
It tastes so much better.
Doesn't it though?
Tastes so much better.
Yeah. Yeah. So hats off for everybody doing that.
Probably tastes better because of all the work you've done to get that one bite.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Remember the little red hen? Remember everybody wanted to, like, nobody, like, who wants to help me plant these seeds? You know, not I. And then who wants to help me, pick the plants? Not I. But then who wants to eat it? Everybody wanted to eat it.
Yes.
And
yeah.
Yeah. Remember that story?
I do now that you said it. I do. Yes. Everybody wants to reap the harvest.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So, anyway, but it's exciting time. And what I love, though, everybody's so, we need to thank our sponsors. Let's do that. Sorry.
We want to thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Roses, Fox Pearlie Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Care First Urgent Care, and McAllister Lane Consulting. Thank you very much, sponsors.
Yay, thank you to our sponsors. We're on to the 24th day of May.
Can you believe it?
24th day. You realize June's just hanging right around.
Can you believe it?
I know, it's crazy.
Like, didn't we just have Christmas?
I know.
And it's almost halfway till it's Christmas again.
Oh, don't even.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, that's where we are.
Today is asparagus day. Do you like asparagus?
I love steamed asparagus with a lemon butter sauce or a hollandaise sauce on top of it. My aunt makes the best. Like, she even has a steamer specifically made to steam asparagus.
Oh, wow.
Love it.
I don't think it gets much attention. I think it's come back, don't you?
Yes.
I mean, like...
But I don't like the cooked... I don't want it mushy softy. You know what I mean? I don't want it like that. I want it to have some bite to
like
it.
Like a crisp.
Yeah.
Isn't that the proper way? Like you want a little crisp or something?
Almost like it's al dente, like spaghetti.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's how I want mine.
Well, I think for years though we didn't hear about it, and it's coming back strong, which I'm happy about that.
Yes.
So
me too.
Asparagus, Aviation Maintenance Technician Day, and hats off.
Speaking of those planes.
Yes, I know. Hats off to all of them. You know, I knew someone that used to do like the fueling for the military, like put the the fuel in the planes. That's a huge. I mean, there's a lot that goes on.
Oh yeah.
That we don't know.
Yeah.
And
thank goodness they are good at their jobs.
Absolutely.
Look at all the planes in the sky every day. You know.
Go and go and go. Yeah. Today is Don't Fry Day. Don't fry, and it shows actually. I think it's talking about. Actually, heat awareness. I was talking about
like sunburns.
Sunburns. I have heard so many sunburns this year already, and we had last weekend was like hot, and it'll get you before you know it.
Yeah.
You know.
It already got my daughter.
Did it? Yeah.
First day, because her last day of school was actually last Friday,
okay.
So she started this week off with no school, and so she decided she's going to lay out Monday. Yeah. That did it.
Well,
but she was putting sunscreen and stuff on it, but she's very fair complected. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. Well, that's what I heard. You know, a lot of people that were, they were using the sunscreen.
Yes.
And reapplying. You know, you just something. It's just that sun just got you. You know, and get you. So again, like wear a hat. Like, be careful in the heat. You know, don't over. And that's something. Like I'm one of those when I'm outside, I don't want to stop.
Right.
And I love the outdoors.
Right.
So like. That's something that like all of a sudden like I'll realize that I probably need to take a break. You know what I mean? And you know you feel a little maybe dizzy or
right. Yeah.
Or
I can get overheated fairly quickly.
Yeah. Or where's that water? Drink that water.
Yes.
Drink that water.
Lots of water.
Yeah. And if you know you're going to be outside the day before, drink the water.
And they have those I mean, again, we've come a long way in the past 20-30 years even, but they have those towels that you can wet and keep on around your neck.
Right.
Those are wonderful.
Are they?
Like wonderful, because when we took the girls what was it, last year, to one of the parks or whatever, and one of our girls got overheated waiting for a roller coaster ride. And so I had bought these towels for me and my daughter, and so we ended up getting that wet, and it helped her cool her off really quick. But they have those fans now that you can hang around your neck to help keep you cool. So
Yeah, definitely.
Lots of things.
Yeah, for sure. So just, making sure you take care of yourself and taking breaks every so often, you know what I mean? Those are just things to do, and keep applying that sunscreen and taking care of yourself,
Yes.
Because it says don't fry day. Yeah.
Don't fry.
Don't fry. Here we go. International Tiara Day. Holly, we missed it.
It's our day, Becky.
I know. We love a good tiara.
We love
There is
tiaras.
not a female one that, like, if when I see someone with a tiara on, that I don't want to, like, can I try your tiara on?
Right.
You know what I mean? I know that, I don't mean that rude, but I really want to put it on my head.
I know.
You know what I mean? So, I've had some daughters that have been queen.
Yes.
And it's so funny because every time, one of them's a queen, like, we all have to try the tiara on. You know what I mean? Even though we didn't get the tiara, but we have to try it. I have to try it on. You know what I mean? Okay, I got to try this tiara on. You know what I mean?
I've saved all the little tiaras that the girls have worn over the years. They're in my china cabinet, which has no china in it. It has my stuff in it, But
hey, it's okay. It's a cabinet.
I've saved all their little tiaras and things over the years, from like when they were in weddings or, whatever.
Or just because it was
just
Tuesday. Because it was a Tuesday.
That's right.
And, you know what I mean?
That's
I want to feel like a princess. You know what I mean? Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Now, International Tiara Day. Yeah.
Love it.
I do too. We missed it, Holly.
Man.
I know. I feel like we need to run real quick to Walmart. They have tiaras.
Run home and get me one.
Yeah, we need a tiara. National Cooler Day. Are you a snob? Are you like a cooler snob because you know what you like and what you don't like? I mean, there's so many different kinds of coolers these days.
I am not a cooler snob.
Okay.
I use whatever I have.
I love that. Okay.
I have several though.
Oh.
Like that. I have big
Cooler.
long coolers.
Yeah.
And then I have like one size down that's on wheels that I can wheel around, and then I have a smaller size than that, and then I have 2 or 3 smaller like handheld size. So I have several to choose from depending on what the occasion is going to be for the use.
Right.
This weekend I got the big boy packed.
Yeah.
He's already in the back of the truck with the drinks in it. Just got to wait for the ice today. So.
The note to self, a good way to play that. If you're going to put a cooler in the back of your truck, put the cooler in empty.
Yes. Absolutely. Put the cooler in empty.
I'm just not saying that someone might not have. I'm just saying put the cooler in empty, then add the ice and the drinks. Okay.
Well, and then we're probably just going to leave ours in the truck.
That's what I'm saying. Absolutely.
Leave it there.
There
and
you
then
go.
when you get home, drain the water.
It makes a huge game
before
changer.
you try to move it.
Huge game changer.
Yes.
Drain the water.
Yes.
Yes.
And
that is
then
like my official
take
job.
it out. Yeah.
Yes.
To drain the water.
Oh, I'm a huge water drainer. Yeah, I mean, it's like,
huge water drainer.
I am. It's like certain skills that I can do. You know what I mean? Remember
That's
a Christmas
Becky's.
tree? I'm the one that waters the tree. You know what I mean, right? And then I'm the one that releases the water and the cooler.
Release the
water.
water.
I just have little skills that I'm telling you.
They're important skills, though, Becky.
I'm like the Swiss Army knife. I have those little skills every now and then that just pop out,
And that's one of Becky's skills, draining
Yes,
the water out of the
I
cooler.
know, because I know it's very important. Yeah. All right, so National Cooler Day. I had one of those big old. I got it on sale over at Walmart. It was actually, I think it was during COVID. You know what I mean? I would have probably never bought this huge thing. You know what I mean? But it's really, it is on wheels. You know, they make them where they're on wheels, and you can actually then, like, I've seen people riding them.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean? I think I could
Ride the cooler.
Saddle that up. Let me tell you. Put a bridle on that.
I want a picture of that.
Yeah, you need to.
Because it's in my head now.
Yeah, I know.
So I need a picture.
I know.
With the tiara
but
on.
I would have never bought this thing. But it was like on clearance. You know what I mean? It's like one of those.
You can't pass up those deals.
Oh my goodness!
You
Yeah.
can't pass it
So
up.
actually, when I was hauling it out of Walmart, Mike King saw me doing it, and he hollers, "Where are you going with that?" I had nowhere to go. It was COVID.
I have nowhere to go.
I had nowhere to go.
But you have a nice cooler.
That's right. Yeah. I've even been complimented on it. Ooh, nice cooler.
Seriously, I need the picture of you sitting on it with your tiara.
I know, with my tiara on.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I have to get a tiara. Yeah, I need to.
Does it have the handle?
Yes, it's got the handle. It's
so
got
that's your saddle,
I can put
right?
my bridle. Yes, it's like it's
whatever those
like
are called. Yeah.
Yeah. Put a little saddle on that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the real deal.
It's a photo op.
It
waiting to happen.
definitely needs to happen. Yeah.
Especially on today.
Absolutely. National Death Buster Day, and it shows like a wreck. Yeah. You respect your vehicle. Okay, like, when you buy a vehicle, you always want to make sure that you get a safety. You know what I mean? Like a safe vehicle. A lot of times, especially when you have a huge, I call it precious cargo, when the family.
Yes.
The fam.
Yes.
When the fam, for your children, for your loved ones, you want that good car that's going to make sure that it's. So this is like, I think that's something when you go to look at a car, make sure the safety.
Yes.
How safe it is. And this shows like a car National Death Busters Day. There's a commercial now that like really hits home, and it said, I never loved my car so much until my husband and daughter walked out of a bad wreck.
Right.
So those are things just you don't want to, but this is going to be also, it is Memorial Day weekend. This is like one of the highest flying weekends. They said that everybody's flying this weekend, going somewhere, and also one of the busiest on the roads and travel. So we also need to pray for our city, county, and state officers that are going to be out and about.
Yes.
Making sure traffic stays safe. And,
yes.
Keeping
everybody safe.
Click it or ticket. You remember all that. And so just be careful on the roadways too. So it says National Death Busters Day. So for those that have walked away from a bad wreck.
My daughter was working on her driver's ed this morning.
Oh.
She's doing the online class part right now.
Okay.
And so she was watching the videos. Do you remember the commercials that they showed all the time of the crash dummies?
Oh, absolutely.
So the video she was watching this morning was all of those compilation of crash dummy videos that we've all seen 20 years ago, however long it was.
What were their names? Remember?
I don't even remember.
No, wait, hang on. I know their names. Remember? Okay, go ahead though. I'm sorry.
But that's what she was watching, and she said apparently these used to be on TV. I'm like, yep, they did.
Oh,
I've seen them. And she's like, you have? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Like, I know that I'm up in years compared to you. I know that. But then at the end, she was talking about, she said, and did you also know they used to play these shows at 10 o'clock at night? Do you know where your child is?
Yeah.
Yes. It's like in her mind, she's like blown away by these. I'm like, yeah, that's stuff I grew up watching, yeah.
We don't actually, if you kind of notice, there's not as many PSAs, public service announcements like that.
No.
The crash dummies. I can't remember what they were called. I know they've got a name, and it's going to come to me tonight. But I know that they were crash dummies. And then also, just like what you're talking about, like do you know where your children are? These are good public service announcements.
Yeah.
And do you remember this one too? Have you hugged your kid today? Did you send them on their way with love?
That's a good one.
They're a person just like you. They have feelings too, with love.
Reminds me of the Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
I know.
He always had good messages in his songs and his skits and stuff.
Right, and this is like, I think hugs are just so underrated.
Oh.
A good hug, and we're talking this weekend, not only Memorial Day, but we got graduation.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And we've got a lot of, they're still young, but they are going into the adult world.
Yes.
And a lot of, you've got all of these emotions. They're excited, but probably a little fear. I mean, like every emotion they're going through, And I would think, a good hug is just so important,
There's nothing better than a parent's hug.
I agree.
A parent's embrace.
Oh, absolutely.
Or a grandparent. There's nothing like it.
Yeah.
No matter what age you are.
Right.
Doesn't matter the age.
Yeah.
Because it still takes you back to when you were that little kid and how safe you felt in a parent's arms.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So we went from National Death Busters Day.
Happy Friday.
To Hug Day. Hugging. Watch out for Holly and Becky. We're going to hug you today, okay? You're going to get a hug. National Escargot Day. Can you eat escargot?
No, ma'am.
I don't either.
No, no, ma'am.
Oh.
Nope.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah.
Bait.
Yeah. There you go. Well, you know what I did? I'm almost embarrassed to say this, but when I was little, they always say like if you put salt on a snail, that it would kill it.
Shrivel up. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
dry it out.
So I tried it because I just wanted to know, is it true or is it not? And I cried and I cried. I felt horrible. It was so bad. I don't even talk about it.
Slugs. Like that was, you know, the slugs that crawled
hurt anything
across your concrete.
Yes.
You know
Is that the same as the snail? Like the snail that they're showing me has got
shell.
The shell.
Yeah, a slug don't have the shell, but I'm not sure if it's the same.
Are they sisters?
I don't know. Cousins? I don't know.
Somewhere down in the family tree.
But I know that was always Dad's resolution to that slug was he'd go get the salt shaker.
Oh, your dad was he was like a.
Yeah. Get rid of the slug.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
I just, you know, you can kind of just.
Let him go.
Yeah, let him go. Yeah, I felt bad.
Step over him.
I can't do it. I've been where it's served, but I don't want it. I don't want to eat a snail. There's too many other good things.
No, thank you.
Have you had a steak?
Right. Like, have you tried
eating that
red meat?
Yeah. Have you had a steak?
No, thank you. No.
That's me too.
Can't do it.
National Road Trip Day, and it shows one of the hippie buses like we have. Holly, where are we at that hippie bus going? We would get there. Okay.
I still want to go to Mrs. Wick's Pie's place. Let's go.
Let's take the. It is so much fun.
Take coffee shop
on
the road.
It's so funny. It is. Yeah, it would be a blast. But so when I take the Volkswagen bus out, I kid you not, you have to allow extra time. You know what I mean? I think I can when I'm going down the interstate and like my hair is blowing, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't have air conditioning, so you have to roll the windows down. So my hair is blowing, so I'm thinking I'm really getting up there, and I think I was like, what am I topping out at? You know? And Greg goes in behind me, and he was like, you're up to 50. Because I feel like I'm just, you know, they call me the breeze.
Yes,
you know, I feel like I'm going down the highway, and here, I think you meant it, and I'm pedaled in the middle, 50 degrees, I think, you know what I mean, 50, or
50 miles per hour,
50 miles per hour, yeah. It's like, you know, you're getting it, baby, yeah.
But you know what, you're feeling good about it, so it don't matter what you're, what you're going.
Yeah, and it is not going to stop on a dime. You have to be very mindful that you've got to stop coming up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm horrible on the clutch. Clutches and I are like horrible. I'm going to burn that clutch up.
If I ever rode in the bus with you, though,
you would have to
I would have to dress the part.
Oh,
I would have to be Janis Joplin.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
You know, or something like that. That's what I would have to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I would have to dress the part.
And make sure that you have an empty bladder, because there will be a lot of laughing.
Yes.
Yes. I've never got in it that I didn't just laugh almost the whole time. Yeah.
Right.
So there'll be a lot of laughing. Right. So make sure that you know what I mean. This is the time that you make sure you have the empty bladder.
Yes.
You know what I mean. But anyway, so National Road Trip Day. I love a good road trip. And,
I love road trips.
If anybody's going on a road trip and they want someone, and I will even drive. You know what I mean? I don't mind to drive. You know what I mean? But I am that person. I am your person on the road trip.
Absolutely.
Love
road trips, because they're always an adventure.
And then there's nothing better than stopping and getting those on the road hot dogs. Snacks. That's snacks.
Like, and you know, here's the thing.
And you get one of the rotisserie hot dogs that's been on there for how, you remember? Like
days.
You know what I mean? But you don't ask.
The thing about it is that when I start on a road trip, we always pack a bag of snacks. You know, sweet, salty, our drinks. Like, we pack to go with our snacks. But that first gas station you stop at, and every gas station thereafter, you have to get more snacks because you don't have that one.
Oh.
You know?
Yes, and growing up, when our family, because our family would do road trips, those were some of the best family vacations, but like Stuckey's.
Yes.
We'd find Stuckey's, they had pecan roll.
Oh,
it was just and I don't know how in the world, that thing never melted. I don't know what it was made of, you know what I mean? But it would just stay strong, you know what I mean?
You could probably open it today and it'd be just
like it would, yeah, the famous pecan roll. And then they'd have these sandwiches that were already cut, sliced, you know, I don't know. It was just like so much fun. These were just like things that you just didn't get every day. You know what I mean?
Right.
And road trips are the best. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So much fun. So National Road Trip Day. I'm jealous if anybody's doing road trip. National Title Track Day. Title Track Day. And it looks like showing your 45s, your 33 1/3, your LPNs, all of the records, everything that's surrounding you right now, Holly.
Love those.
Right now we are surrounded by all of that.
Like there's nothing better than vinyl.
So
the sound.
Love it, and I just love every bit of it.
Yes.
And the other day we were, I had somebody in the studio and we were talking about Vinyl Day, and I said, you are among all the vinyl that you can.
Yes.
In the being in the studio. Yeah. So National Wig Out Day. Wigs, showing the wigs. It's got blue and it's got.
I should have worn my wig.
Yeah, the wigs.
I should have worn my wig with my tiara.
Oh my goodness, how much fun!
And my cooler.
Yeah, and going on road trip.
And going on road trip.
Yeah, love that. Oh, National Shrimp Day. I'm in love. I will eat your shrimp then.
Okay, you can have mine.
Love that.
I'm just not a big seafood person. A good white fish that don't taste fishy, I'm okay with.
Yeah.
But other than that, no.
Yeah.
I'll do clams every now and fried clams if they're fried really crispy and they're thin, you know. But I'm just very particular about my seafood. Not a big seafood.
I love shrimp. Yeah.
My husband
does too. I know all there
too.
is to know about shrimp.
My husband buys those shrimp rings, at the grocery store and just eat it.
Bring it around.
Loves it.
I'm 100%.
He'll spend like 3 or 4 days eating that shrimp ring.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Loves it.
So good. Scavenger hunt day. I love scavenger hunt. A little fun fact: I actually can make a really good scavenger hunt.
Can you really?
Yeah. Yes. I love to do them. I used to do them for different events and stuff. So I'm really kind of that's another little skill. Letting water out of a cooler. So my resume.
It sounds like a very fun day if you put all these things together.
Yes. I can make up a wonderful, fun scavenger hunt. I've done it several times for we used to have couple parties, and I would do the scavenger hunt, and that's another little skill that I love.
That is awesome.
I love scavenger hunt.
That's awesome.
If you want to do one at Salem Crossing with all of the nurses or something, if you want to do one,
because we do those every now and then.
I will make that up for you.
That would be great.
Love to do it.
Okay.
So there's some little
CNA week is coming up next month, so maybe
that'd be fun. Yeah.
A Becky White scavenger hunt.
I don't know that you want to put my name on it. Okay, maybe not. Let's see if we're either kissed or kicked.
Okay.
If we're kissed, if we're kissed, you can put my name on it.
Okay.
If we're kicked, we're not going to put my name on it. Okay. Let's see which direction it goes.
Sounds
right. But yeah, and you guys are. It's always party day at Salem Crossing. Isn't it always?
Yeah, because even we've had a pretty busy, the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And this week I was just ready to rest, and we still had tie-dye day, and we had today's crazy sock day, but I didn't really find any crazy socks. I was just let me just at least have socks on.
Yeah.
And then there was another one at the beginning of the week. I can't remember what it was. And so next week we have 2 days of stuff to do. So yeah, we're always doing something.
I love that. Love that. Always fun.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't report on it yesterday, but I did. It was in the news yesterday. Elvis is not going to leave the building. The Graceland auction is off. They were going to auction Graceland off.
So I read something about that the other day, but I got it where it was already the judge had stopped it because the granddaughter, which do not sell Graceland.
No, I know. So yesterday, a Memphis judge blocked the foreclosure auction that was supposedly going to happen yesterday. So what caused all of it was a company of investments and private lending. They said that the late Lisa Marie Presley had put Graceland as collateral on a $3.8 million loan. Okay.
Oh, wow.
But when she died, she still owed them money. So they were trying to use that for collateral. So when they were going to sell Graceland, they wanted to get their money back. But Lisa Marie's daughter, Riley, filed an injunction to stop it. She claimed it was a scam, and that this investment actually had forged her mom's signature. This is so sad.
Oh.
I mean, this family has not been through enough.
I'm proud of that granddaughter.
I am too. So
save your legacy, girl. Save it.
Absolutely. So at the hearing, the judge pretty much backed up the claim because the notary swore he did not notarize Lisa Marie's signature on the deed of trust. That the this investment company had provided.
That is so sad.
So after the setback in court, they withdrew the claims on Graceland, and means they can't be, and which also means, this is good news, they can't be refiled, so they can't file them again. And now the talk is the FBI might be investigating this. But I feel like they've been through enough. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I feel like it's just been, and once again, if you've ever watched, I've seen it like 4 times, the Elvis movie, okay? And which is, I'm a huge Elvis fan. And I feel like that, like, again, everybody's always trying to get his money. Everybody's always trying to get him. And it's just been, it's heartbreaking that even after his passing, that the family has still been with this going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've been through a lot. They've been through enough. Leave them alone. Stop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
it.
Yeah.
Just stop it.
And I think it's nice, like, that they have, like, even opened Graceland up for people to see.
Yes.
Because I feel like that so many people loved Elvis.
They loved Elvis.
Yes.
Loved
and still
him.
love him.
Yes.
And I feel like that's like, I mean, people to go and see and just to feel like a part. You know what I mean? When you love something like that and you're very passionate about it, it's so awesome to get to see possibly his home and where he lived and everything. So I think it's awesome that they've even opened Graceland up for tours.
I've been through Graceland one time.
See, I have not. I would love to do that.
One time. It was beautiful.
Is
like,
it?
extravagant, like you would expect. It was just, like, it was worth the trip to do it once.
Yeah.
Do I think I'd want to go do it all the time? No.
Yeah.
But just to have that experience that one time was great.
I would like to do that. It's on my bucket list. I haven't done it, but I think, and I was close to it, and I was going to, but time ran out. But I think the things, I just feel like the family has been through so much, and I just I wish people would, and this scams and scammers and all that. I'm over
it's like,
that.
Why?
Leave them alone.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Leave them alone.
Yeah. And I feel like that's just, I don't know. But,
yeah.
So I'm glad that it got stopped. So Elvis is not going to leave the building.
Good.
It's going to stay in the family.
Good.
So that's so as of right now. So let's hope that it stays like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, so there's 10 things that people are convinced that others only pretend to enjoy. Okay. There's 10 things that people are convinced that others only pretend that they enjoy it.
Okay.
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 Do you want to go 10 up or do you want 1 down?
10 up.
10 up. Okay. Number 10. I don't know if this is like, here are some of the best responses. Okay. Twitter or Twitter. Do you feel like people just pretend like they like it, or do they like Twitter?
Well, I can tell you right now, I don't see what the hype is about. I can't understand it. I can't figure out how to work it.
Yeah.
So I just don't.
Okay. Well, they say that like some of the people like really that they only pretend like they really enjoy it. Okay. Number 9. This is funny. Number 9, gender reveal parties.
Gender reveal parties. It may depend on who you are in the family. Like,
yeah.
You know, yeah. I don't know. I think they're kind of fun.
I do too. I'm not pretending. I think they're fun.
I think they're fun.
Yeah, I'm not.
And if I'm there, it's because I know the person, and so I'm excited for them.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting.
So I don't know that I agree with that one.
Yeah.
I agree with the Twitter one.
Yeah.
But I don't agree with that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a cake made. We did gender reveal, and I had a cake made. Says I'm here for the sex to find out. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah.
But anyway, gender reveal parties. Okay. Number 8, volunteering to wake up at 5 a.m. These are things that people only pretend to enjoy.
Well, if you're me, I would have to pretend, because I do not enjoy waking up at 5 in the morning. But I know that there are people that do enjoy waking up early in the morning and get their day started with exercise. Like, again, not I. But they enjoy that because it gets a good start to their day. So again, I think it depends on who you are.
Right.
And what you like.
Well, I am that person that I do like to get up early.
Oh.
So I'm that 5 but I'm an early bird. You know
right.
What I mean? So I've trained myself to do that. You know what I mean? To get up early. I don't mind it. It's not that I'm not pretending.
So do you get up at 5 every morning?
I try
or
to.
earlier?
Yeah. It just, I mean, definitely, yeah.
Sometimes I wonder, do you sleep?
Oh, I sleep. Oh, when I go out, I go out. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Becky, yeah. Oh, I go out, but I
your
like
schedule's so busy.
Yeah.
You know.
But I drop what I drop. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do, because I feel like sleep is so important.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
is.
And it really is. And I really, try to. I mean, I feel like if you're gonna do the whole package, if you're gonna like preach it, talk the talk, then walk the walk.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're gonna try to eat healthy and get exercise, I don't get up at 5 a.m. and exercise.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that's hats off and good for people that do. You know what I mean? Good for you guys. You know what I mean? I don't do that. I just like to get started. You know what I mean? Get things started.
Right.
So I don't think that. So I feel like that with that, you also have to get plenty of rest.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that is probably my struggle. Like I try to eat healthy. I'm not the healthiest eater. I mean, if there's a cookie, it's
eat it.
Yeah, it's gonna right. If there's cake, we're gonna have cake, right? There's a birthday, but anyway, so I do try to, eat the asparagus.
I think it's just depending on who the person is. I don't think you can make a generalization that people fake it.
No.
Like it's who the person is, you know.
And I think everybody's wired different.
Yes.
I had a professor that actually like stayed up all night because his brain, he said, was the most, which I loved this. He knew his body and he knew his brain, that it was the most productive at like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that was his makeup. That was him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like he would go ahead and teach during the day, but then when, let's say his teaching got done at 3 or 4 or whatever, then he'd go to bed shortly and then wake up. You know what I mean? And that was his schedule.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't work for everybody different. You know what I mean? Right. I've not found the time in my brain. I'm still working to find that time when it's most productive. I don't know.
Now, I do find mine is most productive morning hours, but not early morning hours.
Yeah.
But, morning hours, like before noon.
When you have the brainstorm.
Yes.
I can tell like around 2 or 3, I get a little sleepier.
Yes.
That's where I get a little.
Right.
You know what
me
I mean?
too.
I get a little. And remember, if you go back, I was telling this. I told this to this girl, and she did not care. I was like, halfway into my conversation, I realized she didn't care at all. But Dr. Pepper, remember when Dr. Pepper came out? It was actually invented by a doctor, and you were supposed to have a Dr. Pepper at 10, 2, and 4, because 10 o'clock to get your morning started. Dr. Pepper has a lot of caffeine. Holly, I can tell halfway into this, I need to be backing out because I don't even know if you're interested in this.
No, I didn't know it was invented by a doctor.
Yeah, so Dr. Pepper.
And I didn't know, I'm intrigued by what you're telling me.
Okay, because I couldn't figure out that look. Either it's like, okay.
I'm like, a doctor invented it?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, if you do, go look at the history of it. It's really cool. 10, 2, and 4.
Okay.
So at 10 o'clock to kind of get your day going, boosted.
For the caffeine.
2 o'clock for that afternoon. And that's usually, I can see that. I don't do it, but I'm just saying. And then at 4 o'clock, another one to get your evening. So it was 10, 2, and 4. You were supposed to have the Dr. Pepper.
I'm the pepper.
Yeah. I don't do that, but anyway. But I can see that. So I think it's more common for people around 2 or 3 o'clock to feel that little bit of needing that boost. You know what I mean? Probably after a lunch and stuff too.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know, but I don't have a problem waking up early, but I like it.
I think afternoon naps should be a national requirement.
Yes, and now I love the whole idea, and I really get people. I get a little jealous because I wish I could take a nap. I know I'm not a nap person, but I'm all for them.
Yeah.
For people that can. Can you do that?
I it's not in my format of my day to be able to take one. But I could, like if I'm off or whatever, vacation or whatever, I could probably take an hour nap. In the afternoon, absolutely.
Yeah. I don't take. I wish I could. And I love people that do, and I love that. I love the people that do. Yeah. Number 7. We're going for those that are just joining us. Things that we only pretend to enjoy. Number 7, small talk.
I will agree with that one. I'm not a good small talk person. I'm not.
What would you say in small talk, Holly?
I don't even know. Isn't it pretty outside today? I don't know what I would, because I don't know. I'm awkward.
No.
I'm awkward
I
in
don't feel
talking
that
to
way.
new people.
I don't believe that. I think you do good. I think you do good, small talk. I don't know. I mean, I don't mind it. I don't dislike it. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? I think sometimes like you don't have time to like.
But I think it's in your nature, in your DNA, to be able to talk to people comfortably.
Oh, I love people.
It's not for me. Like, thank goodness that we're not on a live studio where people are looking at me, because I would be boop, shutting down over here. You know, I've got, it's taken me 12 years, Becky, to be where I'm at today
you
with
are
you.
Just, yes, I know. And I don't think about that. From the day that you first walked into the studio till today, you have absolutely, you talk about, yes.
So I know this mic is in front of me, but I just try to ignore the fact that people are listening to me. You know, because I just want to go back in my shell and be like, hi.
Yeah. I think sometimes like small talk, it's not a bad thing, but I don't think it's like, sometimes it's just like, you know, you're with that person, let's say in an elevator or something, you know what I mean? And, you know, hey, could you push that button? Or, hey, you know, what button do you need pushed? You know what I mean? If you're by the, you know, just like kind of like that, or something like that. Or, hey, I don't know, sometimes small talk, I guess just like a little bit, you just, I don't know.
I sit there and look at my feet or look up at the buttons or the, you know, that's what I do on the elevator. Look at the button, look at the light. Is it there yet? Is it there yet? Is it my floor yet? Ding, thank you very much. Get me out of this situation.
That's hilarious. That's so funny. Well, I always wonder, like, who am I in the elevator with? You know what I mean? If I'm going to get stuck, who am I going to get stuck with? I always look, that's what goes through my mind. Okay, so if this elevator gets stuck on this floor, am I going to be okay being in the elevator with you? You know what I mean?
Now, here's something very awkward, that I love fragrances, different fragrances, right? Love different colognes and perfumes, and I love a good fragrance, right? And when you meet new people, you smell new fragrances that you may not have never smelled before, because that's not what the people that you hang around. And sometimes I want to say, I really like the smell of your cologne, or I really like the smell of your perfume. What are you wearing? Yeah. But I'm like, no, Holly, that could be awkward, and they could be like, stalker, get away from me. You know what I mean? But like, I like good colognes and perfumes and smells and things like that. As long as it's not, there's some that knock me over. I'm like, I can't breathe, you know, on an elevator like that.
But when you're on an elevator and somebody gets in and they have that good smelling cologne.
Oh, yes. I want to know what it is.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't ask.
Well,
I don't ask because I don't want to be weird.
I don't think it's weird, but you better make sure that their wife doesn't mind. What are you smelling?
Again, I just don't want to be putting myself in any awkward situation.
What is a good cologne smell? I want to get some for my husband.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's the thing to say. Okay.
Unless my husband's standing next to me and then he'll be like, what? You don't like the one I'm wearing right now?
What?
Because I usually buy his colognes that I want him to smell like. So.
Yeah. Okay, we're running close on time. I didn't realize how close
sorry.
Okay, no. Number 6, running. People act like they like it. They pretend to enjoy running. Number 5, cold plunges in ice. I don't know. What is it? We're supposed to be really good for you when you jump in the ice and.
Yeah, I did that little lake plungy thing.
Yeah.
A while. You remember when I was dressed in this snowman costume?
The best. Yes.
And I didn't like that too much.
Yeah. So people that pretend they enjoy it.
Yeah.
Edible arrangements.
I like
edible arrangements.
Arrangements.
Those are really good. And it was funny though. It was so funny because I know someone that got somebody a huge bouquet of the edible, like it had all the fruit. So they were eating all of that fruit for days. They couldn't. I mean, because they were trying to eat it all.
Right.
Because they're really. I mean, they're a little bit of pricey. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So like she felt like she needed to eat it all, to get, but it was just funny, like, because there's a lot of fruit there. Yeah, but I do.
And when I say I like edible arrangements, it's not that I want to purchase or get an edible arrangement, but it's fruit.
Yeah.
I like fruit.
But you know
but I could make my own.
Yeah, but
For
I think
much
also
less.
too, I've seen them done with candy bars too, though.
Yes.
Which is good. That's cool too. I just realized that edible.
Mhm.
When you say edible, it would be like too.
Sucker bouquet, like a sucker bouquet,
Oh my
it would
gosh,
be
how
edible
cute
too.
is that? Adorable. Number 3, family Christmas and Thanksgiving gatherings. These are things that people only pretend to enjoy. I love them. I love every bit of them.
I do too.
I'm not pretending.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too.
Number 2, high heels.
I despise high heels.
I love high heels. God, closer to God, closer to Jesus.
My mother loves them. My boss loves them. I've never been able to walk in them. I've never been comfortable in them.
Maybe we just need to get you the right pair. Maybe you just not had the right pair.
No, I just rather not have them.
Okay.
Little bitty. I can do little bitty chunky heels,
Yeah.
but not high heels. Nope, no thank you, not interested. Nope.
Nope. Not at all. Not at all. Okay. All right. Well, I'll wear the high heel for you.
Yes,
Okay.
you wear them for me.
Number 1, so high heels number 2. Number 1, LinkedIn.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah. It's like people only pretend to enjoy. I think people like it.
I do think that people that use it all the time like it just like they like anything else.
Yeah.
It's a personal preference.
Right. Real quick, we got to get out of here. It is Memorial Day weekend, and don't forget, everyone, please go to Crown Hill Cemetery. We'll be here Monday morning talking about it, but we want to remind everybody, Crown Hill Cemetery will be the Veterans Day.
Will help you find the best plan for your needs. So check them out at
Cemeteries, and he'll call in and we'll talk with him about the Memorial Day services going on. So also, so we've got extra people on the road. We've got children out playing. We've got sunshine. We've got rain. We've got all kinds of things going on. So please, everyone, be attentive and aware.
Yes, be very safe.
If you're going to drink, don't drink and drive.
No.
Just be safe out there. Think.
Be responsible.
Be responsible and think. Yeah. So, and Holly, I know at Salem Crossing you have got some wonderful veterans there.
Yes.
And I know your sister facility.
Staff and residents.
Yeah. Staff and residents. Beautiful. Exactly. And then your sister facility, Meadowview, they've got, some veterans there too.
Yes.
So, and I know you guys are rock stars. Both buildings are rock stars about making sure that everybody's taken care of in Memorial Day, and thanking all of the veterans and everything for all that they do.
Thank you for your service.
Absolutely.
And all that you've done.
And all of the fallens. And so, we had Andy Bush on yesterday, and he talked about the big difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day. And this is to honor the ones that have fallen. Yeah, and their families. And, I think that's just, it's so important, to recognize and to...
This country was built on the service they provided us.
Right, and we wouldn't be doing what we're doing today.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
Exactly.
So very, very much so. So please remember that too. So, Holly, let's thank our other sponsors.
We would like to thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Rose's, Fox Pearly Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Care First Urgent Care, and McAllister's Land Consulting. Thank you, sponsors.
So much. All right, Holly, let's have the best day ever.
Best Friday.
All right, let's go to Holiday World. Oh, Holiday World.
Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house to see a coaster that's new for the entire crew, and they call it Good Gravy.
Good Gravy, the new family roller coaster at Holiday World and Splash and Safari. Twist and turn past a gigantic rolling pin, milk bottle, and more in a race to save Thanksgiving dinner. First forwards, then backwards. It's fun with a little gravy on top. Get tickets at holidayworld.com.
Free soft drinks! Free parking! Free sunscreen!
Give Du Bois County Tire a call. Big or small, they service all. They have the name brand tires, to keep you cruising on down the road. They got tires for driving me. They even got them for your farm machine. You can call them day or night. Du Bois County Tire does it right. Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
Now through May 31st, buy 4 eligible Bridgestone tires and get $70 back by mail on a Bridgestone Visa prepaid card. Get up to $100 when you use your CFNA credit card. Bridgestone, solutions for your journey. Available at Washington County Tire Shop in Salem. Subject to credit approval, restrictions apply. See BridgestoneRewards.com for details.
Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
Pepperoni fans, unite! It's crispy, cuppy, roady round the clock.